What's going on, YouTube? Happy hump day. Got my package today from Japan Booster. So I'm going to show you what it is that I've been waiting for. And actually, it got here really quick. I bought it on the 30th, and there was even a holiday, and it really showed up yesterday. But they sent it certified, and no one was here to sign for it, so I had to go pick it up from the post office today. So sometimes it goes really quick like that, and other times not so much. But let me just move this Bugatti from last night's video out of the way. Awesome car. I checked eBay today, and there aren't any of these listed right now. There is a red and black one. I think that's the only one I saw. It's like $50 shipped or something like that, if any of you are interested. Anyways, this is... So I made my purchase and then or added it to my cart. The thing with Japan Booster is that if you spend $50, they'll do your shipping for free, and I was only like $13 away. So I figured I would buy this because it saved me not just $7 shipping on this, but also $7 shipping on the other car. So I saved $14 by buying this car. And I had one of these. It was an older one. You can go back in some of my older videos and take a look at it. But it went to Paul Roselle in a trade. He came off of some stuff that were in his no trade pile, and I figured if he would come off some of his no trade diecast, I could come off some of mine. So we made a trade, and I still want to get that one because that body style is awesome. This here is a 1981 Nissan 280, so it's a little bit different body style, but it's still extremely nice. There is no nicer Z car that in the 1/64 scale than what TLV makes. It's a really hard car to get right in any scale, but let alone the small scale of 1/64. But TLV really nails it with this car. The proportions are perfect, the stance is perfect, and it's just a great looking car. Got the big long hood, nice tan interior, insert transparent lensed headlights. You got the Z there. I think that's the Z on the hood. It is so small, it's very hard to see with the naked eye. And then the back of the car, you've got your insert transparent lens, taillights, and indicators. Just a beautiful car. I love the car. So I think the one I traded to Paul was like a 1976. So it was the body style before this one, which was also a really nice body style. But this car is nice. These cars have suspension. They're metal body, metal base. They do have rubber tires with tread. They are true to scale. Tomica Limited Vintage and Auto World are the only two manufacturers that lay claim to that. So a lot of other brands are 1/64, and some of them might even be true to 1/64, but they don't make the claim. So anyways, this is an awesome car, awesome Nissan. I love the car. I'm glad to have this in my collection. But now it's on to the next car, which is the car. The reason, or how do I put this? This is the car that I set out to buy. In last night's video, I showed this car, which is one of my favorites, and it's regrettable that the passenger side view mirror popped off. So I've been bummed out about that. This is a really big car, especially by Kyosho standards, but it is 1/64 scale. But it's a beautiful car with beautiful detail. But being bummed out about it like I was, I had to do something about it, because this is the only other Kyosho Bentley that I have. This is the Continental Super Sports in black, and it's really a masterpiece of art for talking about 1:64 scale diecast. It's a beautiful casting. It's got great lines. It's got great detail, great accuracy. It is a very well executed model. It's got prototypical wheels and definitely a good one. So anyways, because on the Turbo R because the side view came off, I wanted to treat myself to another Bentley sedan. Sorry, I'm just taking it off the base here. Oh man. Oh, it's so pretty. This might be the nicest car in my collection. And I'm not just saying that. This might be, it's definitely the most classy. Alright, so let me move this Continental out of the way. And we'll take a look at this car. It's a tough color, but it's the color I wanted. There were some other colors to choose from, but I wanted black. Check this thing out. So this right here is the Bentley Arnage T. I had a big silver one that I also traded to Paul. I think that was a Flying Spur, maybe. I don't remember which model it was. But the Continental is kind of the probably the more common Bentley, but this right here, in my opinion, is the most classy. This almost looks like a Rolls Royce. It just looks so clean and so classy. Look at the detail, and remember, this is a 1:64 scale car. This car is the size of a Hot Wheel, but it has the detail. Really, there is nothing that compares in detail except TLV. A lot of people say the TLVs are the most accurate replica models. Personally, I think the argument could be made for Kyosho. And one thing I will say about Kyosho, being a picky collector, picky with the details, Kyosho diecast cars in this scale, in my opinion, have the best stance, hands down. With green light, they will make a nice diecast car, but sometimes you'll find stance issues. You don't really find that with Auto World too much. I have found that with them too a little bit. Even with Tomica Limited Vintage, there are some cars where the stance is just a little bit off, but you never seem to have that issue with Kyosho. So they really do put an emphasis on the accuracy of the car. But this car here is just so incredible looking. I love this car. So you have chrome trim around all of the glass, all of the headlights and tail lights, chrome door handles, prototypical wheels. It's got the big Bentley grille. I love the way the back just swoops down like that. It just looks so killer. Side view mirrors. No major paint issues to speak of. It's a really nice rolling car. Every now and then that will be an issue with Kyosho, just like it will with any premium brand. That's something you're going to run into with premium diecast in this scale. It's an issue with Greenlight, it's an issue with Auto World, it's an issue with M2, and it's also an issue with Kyosho. The only premium diecast brand that I've had a bunch of that have never had an issue rolling is Tomica Limited Vintage. It's less common with Kyosho and it's less common with Auto World. It doesn't happen with those two brands as much as it does with Greenlight or M2 or brands like that. But it does happen from time to time. But anyways, so this is the newest addition to my collection that I've been very excited about. I'm very glad to have it. It looks very good with the Continental. There's $500,000 of automobile for you. Probably with the Arnage, you would need a chauffeur to tote you around. Let's see. I think that's really it. I just wanted to show my new cars. This is going to be a shorter video, which is probably going to be refreshing to all you guys. Usually my videos are between 20 and 30 minutes. I just don't have anything else to show. Haven't really been able to buy a lot of stuff lately. Got a lot of stuff I'm having to get ready for with the move. So there's probably only going to be a few more of these videos, and then I'm going to hang it up for probably a month or so till I get moved and settled. And I'm not going to take this diorama with me, so I probably will wait until I have the new diorama ready to go before I start before I come back with videos. So anyways, just wanted to show the Bentley and the Nissan. I love this type of diecast. There aren't a lot of people here in the US that collect this type of stuff, but I really wish more people would, because they don't know what they're missing out on. I know these cars are more expensive. You know, the white Nissan was like 20 bucks or something like that. The shipping was free because I spent over 50. The black Bentley was 27. So they're about the price of a Super Treasure Hunt, but it's 100 times nicer than a Super. Even take the nicest Super. Now, you know, to a lot of people, the Supers are more collectible, but to me, the Supers are cheap toy cars that don't really display that nice, and these are miniature replica models that display very nice. So this is kind of what I've decided to focus more on, is this type of stuff, as well as Greenlight and Johnny Lightning and Auto World. Auto World has some awesome stuff coming out. I am getting pretty excited about some of that stuff, as does Greenlight. I wonder if we can get a street view on this Bentley. There's your street view on the Nissan. And I'm actually kind of surprised that collectors like WTF FOR hasn't really dabbled in this type of stuff. I can see Joe Motor has. He's kind of caught the Kyosho bug a little bit, I think. And but you know, there's a lot of diehard collectors that have amazing collections that don't have any of this kind of stuff, and that just kind of surprises me. But anyways, as always, thanks for checking it out. I'm still waiting on one other car. Hopefully it'll be here tomorrow, but it might be Friday. But that car is going to make for a good video as well, so stay tuned for that. And as always, happy hunting. Go out and grab yourself an awesome diecast car.